go. So this is gonna be a part 2 that we were not expecting.
Yeah. Yep.
As you know, Fancy Macelli. They keep saying I'm saying the name wrong. I really didn't look it up enough to.
We don't care enough.
Or April Jones or whatever.
There you go.
There's been some recent events. We're gonna do a brief recap on what just happened, and then let's talk about what all the news is.
Okay, let's go.
Gypsy Rose was filing a suit against a lady that said she was a producer. And her PR person. I don't know. I don't understand if it was the producer and the PR person, like she was a man of all trades. Jack of all trades.
I do feel that she was coming off as a producer. Maybe she was an industry, veteran. Build that trust,
So that's where I kind of am kind of a little confused. But okay. And Christy Blanchard gave her, allegedly, the medical records, the crime scene photos, and some additional personal information.
Yeah.
This lady was selling it on her Patreon, allegedly. I seen it, but...
Has it been taken down?
I don't think it's down.
Oh.
I think the price went up.
Oh. She is a businesswoman.
She said inflation, baby. Inflation.
Yeah.
So, Gypsy files, I believe it was criminal charges, a suit, and trying to get a restraining order.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's been like, what, a year, probably, right?
Over
a year.
They are falling out, I believe happened in 2019.
Okay.
Okay, so this has been some years. She's just got out in December.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she files these charges, but it's in the wrong jurisdiction. It's where her attorney is. And I feel like her attorney was really just trying to get it done. I don't feel like it was that he didn't know what he was doing.
Okay.
Anyways, Fancy goes in this lady's car, her friend's car. The friend is allegedly using her own money for Fancy to get to this place. Fancy gets in this lady's car with a pew-pew. The lady don't know.
Now hey friend, I need a ride. And you like, sure. Of course. Let me help you out.
Right.
Okay.
I need you to let me know at the door. Okay. I need to know at the door. Okay. Okay, so she gets in the lady car. They end up having a conversation. She busts out saying that she got it. Okay. They get to the hotel. They go to sleep. That next morning, they going to have breakfast in the lobby of the hotel before they go to court. Well, the friend that drove her, Sarah, starts acting like she's someone from the media, but she doesn't announce who she is. But she's approaching this guy that she thinks works for Mike Stanfield. Okay. Now, Mike Stanfield is Gypsy's attorney. I feel like Fancy had a vendetta against him and his firm, but he's an attorney, right? Like, yes. So it's not personal.
Yes.
I'm doing my job.
Right.
Whether you like Gypsy or not,
right.
Her attorney's just doing his job.
Right.
And if they're personal friends, that's fine. He's not the one that unalived his mama. Right? I don't feel like you could treat them like one and the same.
Right.
He's an attorney.
Right.
Okay. Okay, so she has Sarah going over there getting in who she thinks is his employee's face.
Yes.
Right? Now, she says they chest bumped her, and then Fancy allegedly coerced Sarah into filing a police report. Okay.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Okay.
No, that is confirmed. We seen that on the website.
Okay.
On Missouri.net.
Okay. Gotcha.
Now, this police report is filed.
Mm-hmm.
They go back home. They think everything's good. You know, they got charges against. I don't know if they didn't think that there was any cameras in the hotel, or I'm not really sure what the thought process was.
Right. Okay.
And you know, you can't really try to understand what people that are not, you know, the applesauce wasn't fixed that morning.
Right.
What they were thinking.
Right.
Okay. So I'm not even gonna go in and try to figure that out.
It's too much. Yes.
So I get a message one day. Someone sends me the Missouri.net information. She got another case pending. Well, how does Fancy have another case pending? Not only does Fancy have a case pending, Sarah got one too.
So they're not new to this. They true to this.
The prosecuting attorney was the man that Sarah was fussing with.
Not just any regular person, you know, the runner from.
Girl, that's like running up to the gunman and fighting with him. He's like, stop playing with me. Don't play with me. Don't play on my top. Okay. So Fancy goes on. We're gonna roll this little clip of Fancy.
Y'all, mental health is very serious, but I don't know if y'all remember, there was a lady I posted about yesterday named April Johns. Okay. Now, April Johns used to be Gypsy Rose's old PR person. He also said that she was a producer and an actress, allegedly, and was supposed to produce a documentary for Gypsy Rose. Christy Blanchard, her stepmom, gave this woman her medical records along with other information, including crime scene photos and stuff like that, to use for this documentary. Now, the lady couldn't produce a documentary, couldn't do any of what she said she could do, and they signed a contract before they realized she couldn't do any of this. She didn't produce anything, and the lady signed a contract in a fake name, for starters. So the contract's really not valid. It's kind of fraud because of the fact that she's not who signed it. Like, that's not her name. Okay. Now, the Blanchards, which was Gypsy's family, filed charges. They were trying to get a restraining order and a suit against her about 2 weeks ago. They ended up having it all dropped when she went to court because it was out of the jurisdiction that it was filed. Now, fast forward, this lady goes to the court. They end up dropping it. She ends up getting into it at the hotel with Gypsy Rose's attorney's staff member. She ends up losing it. She claims it's the other way around, but criminal charges have been filed against her. Now this lady just made a video, and I am telling you, you gotta make sure you put that stuff in people's applesauce in the morning because everybody ain't right. But y'all gotta check this out.
Hey guys, it's Fancy. You're watching the Good Wives Network. And I have an update on our case in Missouri for you all. Very interesting update. Something I don't understand how it's even happening. But it is, folks. And it's very strange. Remember, this is all allegedly, in my opinion, for entertainment and educational purposes only. And the views of the host do not necessarily reflect the views of the company. Let me get you a picture real quick. So, do you see this man right here, Adam Warren? Nice little mug with his little wife, right? guess who also Adam Warren is? It's a prosecuting attorney on the false report case that Sarah and I are facing in Missouri. Do you know how else he is? He's also blue shirt guy. This is the man that assaulted Sarah. And he is the prosecuting attorney accusing us of filing false reports to the judge, who is his very dear good friend, Richard Lemmer, Dick Lemmer, who commented on this Facebook post up here of his about his son doing something with some sports thing and how he was so proud of his of this man's son. Tell me this ain't corrupt without telling me this ain't corrupt. So with that being said, how in the F is this legal?
Now, this lady has always been known to embellish things. And I hope somebody tags Mike Stanfield and this prosecuting attorney in this, because they need to see this. And, you know, something makes me wonder, if you know you're going to court for charges, why would you come on the internet and what she's saying is she's alleged? But if this is the guy that you're saying was there, is it really alleged? Or are you just coming on here making up stories? I don't know. That's alleged, because I don't know. But what I'm saying is, I know this lady embellishes things, and I know she ain't right all the way upstairs. And this is looking a little crazy. And trust me, and also, you know, you never could trust somebody that always comes up with a filter of makeup and they're not wearing makeup. Like, you can't trust that. So if I can't even trust the fact that you can't even show your real face without that filter, you think I'm going to trust anything you say when you want us to take this for real and you taking this for play with that filter? I'm sorry, baby. I don't know about y'all, but I'm just saying.
Yes.
Okay, she doxed him. Him and his wife.
Yeah.
She's saying that it's all a scam and they're frauds, which is not the case. Mike Stanfield is an attorney. He's the prosecuting attorney. They're kind of like colleagues, right?
Yes.
I would say so.
Yes. Right.
And she's trying to make them look bad. And this is a small, Chillicothe is not big, right? There's only 80,000 people that live in Chillicothe. So this is a very small place. Everybody kind of knows everybody. So when you're in places like that, you can't play around.
And they thought that they could play around.
So now Sarah got charges. She left on vacation and she gonna end up going back on probation probably the next time. She might do a little bit of time because it's been alleged, actually a scene, that they've both been charged with false reported before.
Like I said, they're not new to this.
But Sarah really didn't want to do it, is from what I understand. Sarah got herself, but listen, what they all say about Sarah, Sarah's a rider. Sarah been riding with Fancy and her BS. She like, I'm cool with her. I mean, she be thugging it in the chat. Like, Sarah will keyboard talk smack about you if you got a problem with Fancy. Okay, so I will say, Sarah has been a rider.
Okay.
But Fancy has told her to shut the hell up. Like, Fancy has eaten her up before.
Okay.
But Sarah was like, this is my friend, I'm still riding for her.
Right. Got you.
Now, I feel like she's still riding for the lady a little bit. But me, at this point, we have to cut our ties. But I feel like she feel like we both got to go to court. Like, we in this together. But homegirl just doxed him, so you shouldn't want no parts of it. Anyways, somebody sent me a website on Fancy. Child.
You know, I'm trying to find this thing here.
Where do you start? Because that website got a lot of information.
It's a lot. She just got a long history. But, you know, we were just talking about how somebody's evil origin story, it starts somewhere. And I was telling, based on this information, I think it was just, she had really high hopes for her life. I really do. I think she really, really thought she was going to be that actress until things just kind of dried up. Right. Dried up. But she was determined to make this dream of acting come alive for her. And I think that's where it started. I think it started for her there. And she was like, I'm gonna be a producer, I'm an actress. I have this long history. I'm gonna do this thing. I'm gonna make this dream happen.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought she was a Gemini. Because it's definitely giving Gemini vibes.
And when I read some of it, I was like, because it said something about her doing this story called Coping, and was based on her story,
right.
and with mental woman who's bipolar. And I said, I do feel like she does have something. It's something,
of course,
something going on.
Because she flips a switch and she's unhinged. Like, she was on a live last week. She was like, "F you, Nina, F you," like yelling at, and I'm just at the screen cracking up.
Right.
Because I'm like, what did a switch flip? Yes. Like, she seen my name and it's like a switch went up and she was like, "Trigger." And I'm literally in the comment section like trying to type, but I'm cracking up and she cursing me out. I'm like, there's 100 and something people on here. You gonna just turn up?
Girl, she is losing her mind. But yeah, like I'm trying to find that area there, but it literally said that she came to the meeting and she's a documentary film art, but she had no camera.
Right.
She had nothing.
I've seen it, a notebook.
And I mean, that's unprofessional. And maybe Gypsy and Christy, they're new to this whole thing, so they didn't think anything was wrong.
But normally, if you film it, it does come with some cameras.
You got a notebook.
I might not know. I'm not a producer or anything, but I do normally have my camera readily available.
You're giving this woman information, and she's like, she just showed up with a notebook. Like, yeah.
You know what? I would be interested to see the notebook. Was it squiggly lines in there like this?
They said that she was doing stick figures in this notebook. Like, that's wild. That's wild. And she's taking herself real serious.
So this actually went on for allegedly for some years, at least 2 years. That's how you know the Blanchards ain't wrapped too tight.
Listen. It's like they're naive and she is real good at what she does. Because she's not their first, con. She's just really being dishonest about just not being able to produce anything. But she's taking deposits though. She's taking deposits on it. Okay. She's taking deposits and making promises. It's hilarious.
She said this all a show.
She said, "I'm gonna make it, okay? I'm gonna make it."
She said, "By hook or by crook, okay?"
Child, this is my show. Yo, it's
so incredible. She has a list, and when I say a list, it's like, where do you start?
Yeah, no, she does. Long list.
Like, if you even just like look at a couple of the things, I was clutching my pearls.
Yeah, goes back. She goes back a while, but yeah, like I said, she gonna make that dream come true. She gonna make it happen. But I'm just more. How is she able to continue doing it, and then even going on this little road trip? Y'all planned what y'all was going up there to do, or?
Look, Sarah said she was just rolling. Okay, she was taking her friend to court. I don't think Sarah had any intentions of coming back with charges, okay? I don't think that was Sarah's. Listen, Sarah and I are not cool, but I don't feel like her intentions were that. I don't think that she wanted that.
Damn, all right.
Honestly, I feel a little bad for her. Because I feel like she was just being a loyal friend.
And then she jumps online and then lies about the person who is...
That's the part that's wild. Like, you don't think Mike Stanfield gonna see what you just...
So she don't fear jail, like, at all. Like, she just don't care.
She said, "This is all I asked, girl." She said, "Scene action."
And she went on her own live and said, allegedly, ain't this your story?
She said, and the opinions of the host does not reflect the opinions of the company. Like, girl, you are the company.
I really have to, I don't know about this one. I don't know. But as you were saying that, she kept people very entertained.
But I want you to tell them a couple of things on there. Because I promise you, like, y'all.
I'm trying to find some things here. Okay, let's see. So she had her in 2015. She realized that no one wants to work with her. So she starts to get into the idea of self-producing web series. And in November 2015, Fancy joined the networking site Stage 32, stating, "I am an actress and a filmmaker. I have been on stage since I was very young, a young child, and I did some time while a young adult in Hollywood, but left to raise my family for 20 years. And I'll have to go back and see the numbers there if that's accurate. I am currently writing and starring in my own web series, Coping. The series is based on my own life story as a single mother with bipolar disorder who deals with the loss of her own mom." So she started to make t-shirts designed for this. The screenplay for the series Coping was posted on IMDb. Entry was created. She listed as the star. She began Indiegogo campaign for the fund the series. And say $50 out of the requested $10,000 was funded, so she got $50. And
we all start somewhere.
And I don't think that it got anywhere. I would have to look it up. I don't know, but I don't think I've ever seen anything with her in this series called Coping. So, maybe she got the fever for like, hey, I could get money out of this stuff. If I make it up and push it. She did go online to get funding for her trip. So maybe that's her whole. I don't know. Let me see this. There's some other stuff here.
Because it's when I tell y'all
it's so much, yeah.
Actually, we'll screenshot some of this stuff and post it for y'all.
It's a lot here.
It's a lot. I tried to read through it last night, and I was just like, wow, sirs.
Let me see this one here. Let me try to go through this one. So there's something called Sins Pre-Production, and this is in 2016. So a year later, after Coping, she created Sins, and she was also listed as the star there. She created a Twitter account, and she created Francesca Macelli. I think that's how you say it.
Yeah.
Slated score is an analysis of each member's credit. Okay. Her appearance. There was a casting call in 2016. Store selling merchandise for Sin series launched on Teespring. So she announced it. She's selling t-shirts. She has the teaser image. She had someone casted for the role. Posters were created.
And here's the thing. At the end of the day, she's always done something. It's always been some scam, it seems.
Yeah, yeah.
It seems like...
Yeah.
It's like...
It's always on. Yeah, so then later that day, she posted they had a delay. Then it was shut down. And then it was a do not work notice. So started off another project, and then it's like it continued to be delayed. And then nothing happened. And then the series was dead. So, I think that's just the same thing she does with everybody. So the gypsy thing too. Like, she probably went and,
her resume is extensive but not impressive.
Yeah. We ain't seen nothing yet. We seen her on TikTok, right? Acting a fool. But that's about it.
Man, the fool. Okay? If y'all have not seen her Eminem thing, y'all need to go to Good Wives. That is GWN on TikTok. She was not even able to mouth the words.
But technically, she is the star of her own show.
But her kids need to take her phone for that.
Girl, we gotta post that one video.
My mama gonna get a whooping if she ever get on the internet like that. Hey, Miss Ma'am, give me your phone.
Ooh, I don't know, but like I said.
But we wanted to talk to y'all about this because once I saw the updates on what was going on, the last video we posted, it hadn't been updated because we had did it on a Monday. And so we posted it. Y'all seen it on a Sunday. So all that had happened throughout that time. And I was like, well, we got to come back and update them on this because this is too much.
This is crazy. So now they have charges, right? Oh, they have court dates
on
now.
the 17th of July. And I don't know what attorney would want to take up a case where they got to go against the prosecutor.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Who does that? Fancy does. Fancy does.
And maybe she think April not going to go to jail. It's going to be Fancy. I'm serious.
Well, somebody gotta take responsibility for this.
One of them.
I mean, somebody.
The question's going to be like, I don't know who it is, but just give me both.
Because one person can't be in jail while the other one's on TikTok doing videos. I mean, she gotta figure it out. She gotta figure this out because, yeah, she is interesting.
I think if it wasn't the fact that she got on the internet and was doxing the the prosecuting attorney,
yeah,
I think she would have been okay. But I feel like the second she went on there to dox him, even when I say okay, I feel like she would serve some time, right?
Do you think she took herself seriously or she just went on there and just made that up? Like, I'm so confused.
Girl, I don't know. I do not know. I can't make sense of it.
That's very curious. Very curious.
I mean,
did she believe herself?
When I seen her show up with that filter, I felt like she was taking this for play. But I don't know. I'm just saying, I don't know.
She's an actress, so I don't know. What's for real, what's fake? I don't know. But she really did that.
But y'all, that was that.
Yeah.
I don't have nothing else to say about that one right there, y'all. I just felt like we had to give y'all an update because this one was updated a little too late. And I was like, wow.
I'm going to take a moment of silence just for her mind. Something wrong with that woman's mind. Lord, help her.
Could you imagine like not being the smartest people in the world and having to deal with her?
And she just going off.
But you know what? At this point, I can't really feel bad for the Blanchards because they're dealing with Bree and she crazy too. So it's kind of like you keep attracting these crazy people. Then like without a crystal ball, that other crazy girl, like they attract crazy. They just tell you they off too.
Are they all at the table or are they just at separate tables but in the same room? Like
just everybody crazy. Everybody crazy.
Man, I don't know what to say with this one.
But y'all, that was that. So we will see you guys next week.
Yes, yes.
But y'all have a great week.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Y'all, Gypsy Rose's attorney is suing Fancy Macelli, April Jones. So you guys know Gypsy Rose was filing a restraining order against her last week in a court in Missouri. Her attorney was present and she accused his attorney's colleagues or assistant of harassing her. But it was very clear that it was the opposite, right? So now they're actually taking her to court, misdemeanor charges. Check this out. So she'll be finding herself back in Missouri. The date is 6/5 that it happened. Chillicothe PD. July 17th, which is next week. This is not going to look good for her at all, y'all. See? And here's the information. Fancy strikes again. And I'm sure Gypsy and the Blanchards are sitting there loving this, because I know they're getting ready to file charges wherever it is that she lives, that they can turn around and file charges, because the things that she has done has been unethical. Look, I'm not a fan of either one of them, but I'm all about justice and truth. And when you do things, there's consequences for all your actions, and she's going to get ready to get served her consequences. So it looks like she's going to be begging you guys for some money soon. So if you want to donate, y'all get them purses together, because she's going to be asking. Y'all have a great day. Bye for now.